Hey, first of all, good morning to everybody. You can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm in a very good mood this morning. And it's because of what happened on Wednesday night. Uh, I thank all the people who helped me get this out of it. Apologize. There we go. Uh, I didn't know in my wildest dreams that when you collab, especially with someone that likes the things you enjoy, that people would enjoy it with you. And Moss was terrific Wednesday night. The game was electric in Edmonton Wednesday night. You know what's sad? We're gonna do this game tonight and see if the Bucks got any guts left in them. Because 2 weeks ago, Minnesota in Milwaukee beat them by 26 points. They were up by 30 in that game. It was embarrassing. So Giannis did something. I'm gonna get to Giannis in a second because he said something which opened a lot of people's eyebrows. I'll get to that. I just want to thank everybody, especially my ex audience, who showed me a lot of love with viewers. It was nice getting 30 viewers. At least it's growing on X. People on Facebook, I know what Facebook is all about, so it doesn't matter to me really. But I truly appreciate your support. And of course, the people who support me here, I truly appreciate all of you. And the game was awesome Wednesday night. I was off last night, but me and Moss was texting each other because my team was playing his team, and the Flames won in overtime 3-2. And Bruins are some team, folks. It's a shame that hockey is not big in the United States. It's more regional. Like if you live in Boston, you're a Bruins fan. You live here in New York, you have a choice: Rangers, Islanders, Devils. Philadelphia is all Flyers. Pittsburgh is all Penguins. I tell you, the Boston Bruins, for what it's worth, is must see TV in the NHL. So is the Edmonton Oilers, and so are the Toronto Maple Leafs. I believe he scored two more last night, Austin Matthews. So Matthews is on fire. Toronto is on fire, and the Bruins are the Bruins. We'll see them tomorrow night. It'll be our main game up here tomorrow. I'll be on 6:30 for the pregame show as they're in Vancouver tomorrow night. I'm glad that game is early at 7 o'clock Eastern. And tonight I'm doing the NBA. We got the gutless Bucks against the Timberwolves, who I believe, from observing them, they are a very good team. And the reason is their franchise player has grown up as an NBA megastar. And Anthony Edwards. I'll be on tonight, I believe 9:15 or 9:30. But I'll be on later tonight. Me and Jim's doing that game. That's the ESPN game, so it's a watch party game. We'll do that game. Minnesota and Milwaukee. Let me get to Giannis. Giannis said at the All Star game and earlier this week that he has given the team to Damian Lillard. You got to be effing kidding me, Giannis. So let me get this straight. You were Superman for what? 10 years in Milwaukee? And now Damian Lillard comes and you let him ruffian your team, bro. No wonder why your team is out of sync. And this is no knock on Dame. Last I checked, Giannis Uncle Capuco 3 years ago took the Milwaukee Bucks on his back and carried them to an NBA title. I'm wrong about that. You guys tell me. And now all of a sudden, uh, uh, this is Dame's team now, especially in the fourth quarter. Really? And this is why we're doing the game tonight. This is why we're doing the game tonight. Now, nephew did the wording wrong on this caption, so I'm gonna have to have a little talk with him. He's back from his honeymoon. That was not what I wanted to say, and I have to produce this tonight. I'm very pissed off now. But first, Little Rock. Little Rock, do like I told the Manosphere guys to do. Pull up and just say hello. I know you guys love the effery. You don't have to stay. Kane's in the building, everybody. Wow. So, let me get this shit out of here. So, now, according to Giannis, came out of his own mouth, quote, that that is Dame time now. Again, you got to be kidding me, bro. So just like that, Dame Lillard gets to do everything late in the game. Huh? Wow. All right, Chiefs and Mike Miller, and Mike Evans have a mutual feeling for each other. And I said this would happen, or it could happen. Let me put it that way. I'm no Nostradamus. That happens. Kansas City is full go next year, and they will not have any lapses with Evans, Rice, Kelsey, uh, number 84, 83, the Titans, backups to Kelsey. I could care less for Scantling. I've seen his act with the Packers. And the biggest story in the NFL right now, where will Justin Fields end up? I'll tell you one thing. The second he is moved, I'll be right on the air, and we'll do it all night if we have to. And for all these people who want Justin Fields to stay, 40 touchdowns and 30 picks in 3 years. Okay. Now, I'm not going to dog him because he doesn't deserve to be dogged. Colin Cowherd is having a field day with Justin Fields, dogging him every day, which I don't think is fair. I think the kid's a good kid. I just think, again, and I've been saying it up here, the young GM of the Bears was the one in Kansas City who discovered and drafted Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs. So in his mind, Patrick Mahomes has made him look like a genius, which is obvious. 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. That's what he wants in a quarterback, and Justin Fields is not it. The closest thing to it, and he's a poor man's version, is Jordan Love in the NFL. And that's why Jordan Love is going to work out with Patrick Mahomes down in South Texas in June before him and Justin Herbert opened up their own passing school. And he's already working out with Drew Brees. He's going to work out with Patrick Mahomes. And how dangerous is that? Aaron Rodgers studying under him for 3 years, working out with Drew Brees on pinpoint accuracy. And now he's going to go play and work with his hero, Patrick Mahomes, on the technique of being great. You're a Packer fan right now. You're excited. I'll tell you one quarterback ain't doing that. That's C.J. Stroud, baby. You know damn well he clapped that. What's that bimbo's name again? I'm trying to. Damn, I forgot that. Amber Rose, that's her name. He's slapping those cheeks as we speak. Niners word is they may end up trading Brandon Ayuk. I've been hearing that. Greg Roman, that clown, I'm reading it right now, talking about Justin Herbert with a great running game. Yeah, you do that. Okay, you take the ball out of his hands. Okay? All right? You go ahead and do that. Sean McVay, again, is not going to the combine. He hasn't been there since COVID. And remember, the combine happened right after COVID. Excuse me. The combine, COVID happened right after the combine in 2020. Hopkins, who had a great second half of the year, but what a performance he put on in Miami on that Monday night game in December. Says he's not leaving Tennessee. The reason is obvious why, as the Titans have found their quarterback in Will Levis. And the Steelers are the story, folks. We're going to see what this clown Khan is and Aunt Rooney II. I will believe it when I see it with Pittsburgh. New England, maybe. New England, I'll buy into them more than Pittsburgh when it comes down to Justin Fields. And it wouldn't surprise me the Bears keep him, but I don't think the Bears are going to keep him. Mike Tomlin here says he's a big fan. I'll tell you right now, Tomlin gets him. With that receiving core, I will elevate Pittsburgh as a championship contender right away if they get him. And he has a running game, a legit running game, and a good tight end in Fairmouth. But let's see Pittsburgh pull the trigger. All he's going to cost you a second. Ain't going to cost you a first. You know what the problem with these teams are? When a kid like Justin Fields is on the market, they're scared to make that move because of two reasons. Number one, what happens if he continues to play like he does? That's going to make you look bad. But what happens if he plays the way he can play? You're going to make up some excuse he can't afford to pay. That's what happened in Arthur Blank. Let me tell you something right now in Atlanta. Arthur Blank, with his fan base, is getting, especially the African American fan base in Atlanta, is getting roasted that he didn't get Lamar Jackson. And that's a bad look on Atlanta. It really is. Atlanta, to me, like the Broncos, are a quarterback away from being in serious contention. But Atlanta's Atlanta. I mean, what do you want to do? That's why that town is known more for good food and adult entertainment and a bunch of rich bougie, educated black folks. Not my type of place. Trust me. Combine starts next Thursday. I will cover it. I'll be on at 7 o'clock in the morning to do that. Marvin Harrison, I don't think he's going to perform. I don't know what Chicago's going to do. I think they'll trade him, but we'll see. Looking at some of these stories around the NFL. John Robinson eyeing 2,000 yards. With that idiot coach you got down there, you probably can go for it, but you'll end up getting hurt. Geno Smith getting a nice pay cut. I don't think Geno's happy with that. I think Seattle is looking for his replacement. And don't count Seattle out. Don't count Seattle out with Justin Fields. Drew Lock is a free agent, and Geno could easily slide to a backup. All Geno's happy about is he's starting for now, and he's making the money he felt he deserves, and good for him. So the Justin Fields watch is on in here, and the second he gets moved, I'll bring it to you. And it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't get moved. That wouldn't surprise me. Bears can do a lot of things. They control this draft. They control the draft. Bears do. Who else got a lot of picks back? Arizona. So a lot of fascinating things going on. And and I'm gonna say one more thing about Justin Fields. National media, stop treating this guy like he's let me pick a good quarterback. Stop treating this guy like this young man like he's Jalen Hurts. He hasn't even reached that status yet. Also, on the rumor mill, I haven't spoken about the Packers in a while. They are in the mix for well, you talk about Buffalo wanting to jettison. They're in the mix for Stephon Diggs. And I'll tell you right now, if Love gets Stephon Diggs with the arsenal he already has, wow, wouldn't that be something? Dallas is in that mix also, by the way. Cowboys would love to have him to team up with CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. Green Bay wants him to be Jordan Love's go-to guy on third down and a face in the locker room. And unlike Buffalo, who never gets it done, he'll get it done with Green Bay. I promise you. Green Bay can get it done right now. But if they add him, that will just be more toys to Love's arsenal. Dallas wants him. That will be a good place for him. If I'm Dallas, you know how you make your fans happy? Sign Derrick Henry and trade for Stephon Diggs, and the Cowboy fans will forgive you. And I still won't take you seriously because I know that playing you in the playoffs will be a home game down in Arlington. Remember, they call it Lambeau Field South. I wouldn't be worried about you, but if I'm the rest of the NFC, I'll be very worried if Dallas make those power moves. And Dallas can easily make those power moves. Dallas got 30 million under the cap. They can easily make those power moves. Restructure one or two contracts, add more money to their cap, and they can easily bring those two in. Okay. So watch the Cowboys for Stephon Diggs and Derrick Henry. Watch the Packers for Stephon Diggs. The the Chiefs and and Evans already have a wink wink. Maybe we can go out sometime set up right now. You put Mike Evans in Kansas City, bro. Hey. Shit. I'll say it again. I don't want to hear none of these fanboys from the teams in the AFC except Cincinnati and the Chargers. And the Bears will, if the Bears move Justin Fields, they'll move him to the AFC. I think they'll make Atlanta give up more than a second round pick. But the other teams, like the Steelers, the Patriots, the Raiders, they'll just have to give up a two, and you'll get your quarterback. Now I heard Alex Van Pelt yesterday talking about everybody in New England gets a clean slate. Okay, everybody in offense gets a clean slate. The running back, I can't pronounce his name. I know his last name is Stevenson. He's bitching, thinking that he should get 30 carries a week. Patriots right now is in a place where it's very interesting. Let me see who's in this chat room. Akuma's in here. Good morning, family. Canes, you better get ready for the apocalypse, bro. When they give two of that extension in a couple of weeks, bro, you better get ready for it. It's going to happen. Told you guys in Miami, man, it's over. It's over for you guys, bro. Dolphins did what the Dolphins do. Told you guys how the Dolphins think. And be thinking Super Bowl with them ain't happening. Why? They don't really care. The fans only care about the quarterback. And as long as he plays well and puts up numbers, goes 6-11, 10-7, Dolphin fans, which is 75% of the fan base, want to be entertained. They will be entertained. That's all they care about. And trust me, once the pressure's off Tua, he will put up numbers because his job for that franchise is to entertain the fan base. And he'll do it. He will definitely do it. I don't know what Kane said, but the message got deleted. I'm laughing because his message got deleted. Oh man. Kuma in the building, everybody. Oh yeah, Tommy Maddox. Akuma, let me ask you a question, fam. Would you like the Steelers to go get Justin Fields? Boy, you're really young. Cordell Stewart and Big Ben as your quarterbacks. Wow, Tommy Maddox. You're real young, bro. I remember Bradshaw there. Oh yeah. Yeah, Kuma, let me know if you want the Steelers to make that power move and get Justin Fields there. I'll tell you, Steelers, I will be on the air immediately. You can forget about that Super Bowl win. And I'm going to say it again. And this is going to bother Dolphin fans, what I'm about to say. Do you know how much season tickets are at to see a Miami Dolphins game? When you're sitting in the seats where these fans, the 75%, where they sit, you're talking $3,000 for season tickets. So you're talking $300 a pop for one ticket. Now think about getting two tickets. That's $6,000. You better believe if you're paying that type of money, you better be entertained at least. And that's the way the Dolphins look at it. Sular, of course. Is he really? Bro, he would beat Tua out if he came to Miami, but they're not going to do that. Now, if he would got hurt this year, and that's the whole key. Tua stayed healthy. I knew he would. And now Tua's going to get paid. And now Tua's going to do what the Dolphins' backup plan. This is plan B for the Dolphins, folks. Let him entertain the fan base. They'll go to close deaf ears down there. They don't want to hear people talking about Super Bowl, none of that crap. You got your quarterback. He's going to put numbers up. He'll have a career similar to Philip Rivers. That's a pretty damn good career. That's a great question. Shout out to Tony Manzano. Uh, I hear the Panthers want to get another defenseman that can move the puck. Um, Boston can stay the same. I mean, Boston don't really need anything. And the Maple Leafs, hey, yo, the way Matthews is going right now, I don't think the Maple Leafs really need maybe another defenseman. Uh, the Rangers are fine. Rangers ain't gonna make a move unless there's a star available. Rangers like stars. If there's no star available, they're not gonna make a move. Um, I think Carolina could use another winger because they're not going to get a goalie right now. No one gives up goalies this time of the year. And it's the Rangers, Carolina, it's the Flyers with them. The Flyers, uh, maybe a backup goaltender. Maybe, maybe. But like I said, getting back to Canes and the Dolphins situation, the Dolphins are who they are. They gave it a couple of shots. This year they won the playoff when they didn't get it. And now the Dolphins are just going to give Tua the big contract and see what happens there.
I want to talk about a successful team,
Go ahead.
Uncle. You
Go
know who I'm
ahead.
talking about? The
The Florida
Panthers.
Panthers?
Yes. Yeah. No. Like. I like Edmonton, but they're one weekend. Do you really trust their goalie to stay consistent?
No, not at all. Me and when we did the game Wednesday night, me and Moss, when we did the collab, that was the one thing we both agreed. You can't trust the Edmonton goaltending and the defense in the playoffs. No. It's,
That's the one weakness I see in Toronto too. Like their goalie
I
is
agree.
decent. Like, but you said it best. No team wants to give up a goaltender, even a rebuilding team.
No, no,
Which makes no sense. If you're a rebuilding team, you're not going to make the playoffs. Why keep your starting goalie?
What's up, Manzano? What's up, man?
What's up?
yeah, this is for Tony. Tony's gonna love this. About to show him this. Kane's in the building. Let me show him this. Where is it? Yeah, teams don't do it, Tony, because maybe they can build on that on the goalie. Because if you don't have a good goalie, I heard my team is shopping their goalie. Let me show this to Tony. It will not make him happy. Manzano and Kane's in the building. While I'm looking for it, let me just finish with Kane's real quick. Yeah, bro. They're going to enjoy seeing number one throw a lot of touchdown passes, bro.
Shit, I'm not. I want wins, success, and rings. Don't get me that. Get
But
out
if
my
you're not
face.
paying 3,000, but if you're not winning, if you're not paying $3,000 for one season ticket, it doesn't matter. Those people who want to see the quarterback and want to see the entertainment, they do.
Yeah, and they won't win anything with it.
Bro,
And what? Why I'm in
if that
Baltimore?
little guy throws for 350 touchdown passes, they're happy.
Shoot, I'm not. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
they
want to
added some
see
new.
what you saw.
You want to see what?
I said I want to see what you saw. Super Bowl win. See,
Tony,
unlike see, unlike some of these fans, I I cherish moments when I get to speak to guys like you who saw them win.
It was great, I'll
Because
tell
I
you
learned
that.
something, unlike some of these guys out there.
You see how Larry Zonka, I was talking about this Wednesday night, how Larry Zonka is beginning to distance himself from the Dolphins.
Well, I don't blame them. Shit, after the bullshit they're going through, shoot.
And that is a bad look on the
Well,
Dolphins. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Larry Zonka is now making his own. He's on IG now, Larry Zonka 39, and you could read the between the tea leaves. I think he's tired of the bullshit.
he likes some of us fans who want to see them win something and not be mediocre all their time. I mean, I don't blame the guy.
Larry,
Finally, finally, someone's realizing it.
this is for Tony Manzano. If he's still in the building, I found it.
I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
Tony, here you go.
Yeah, I'm.
This is something that you're not going to like. You're not going to like what I'm about to show you.
What?
And
What?
I said it when they signed this clown as the offensive coordinator. This was going to be a problem
Who?
with the Chargers.
Oh,
About to show it to Tony right now. Tony's about to see it right now. And then
There's
I'm
a
going to.
disaster happening in LA
It's
now.
about to. It's about to. And I will comment on this as soon as Tony sees it. Oops. Wrong thing. Let me go back. Oh. All right, here you go. I'm gonna let you say something and then I'm going to explode about this.
Greg Roman, can you imagine Justin Herbert with a great running game? We don't know, but I can imagine what. Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, here I go. Are you serious? You
You're
are
taking
going
the
to
ball.
take the football out of his hands. Really? I remember 3 years ago, I had an argument with Prince Pierre about Greg Roman. So let me get this straight, Jim. You take the Chargers job, you hire this clown, which you should never hire, and he's going to play power running game with a franchise quarterback like Justin Herbert.
it
No,
sounds
no.
like
You know what it is.
dolphin shit.
No, no. Her. That's what. In general, that's his philosophy. That's her. Harbaugh's philosophy. He's a run first coach, which makes no sense if you have a quarterback with a talented
Exactly.
Herbert.
You just said it. If I'm paying a quarterback $55 million a year, he's throwing the football. He's throwing the football.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chargers, them and the Dolphins are brothers. The ineptitude continues out there. You can't
How
make this
fun.
shit up, folks. John Harbaugh probably recommended him to his brother.
Probably did.
Got to be kidding me.
Hey man, go get this guy, man. He's pretty good.
Held Lamar Jackson back for 5 years.
Thank God he's out of Baltimore.
He's gonna hold hold Herbert for 5 years. I could understand if you bring a guy like Cliff Kingsbury. That
Now
would be
you're
a
talking.
huh.
Now you're talking.
His type of offense would fit. Like, but I think their personalities would clash way too much. Kingsbury is way too egotistical.
Wait, Mace, wasn't Harbaugh supposed to bring his OC from Michigan?
Yeah, he didn't bring him.
What the hell changed?
Oh, Sharon Moore.
What the
He
hell
became
changed?
the head coach.
Oh,
No, he was the running backs coach at Michigan.
what changed?
I have no idea.
Damn.
Maybe he realized college coaches don't always succeed in the NFL.
Yeah, but Tony, he brought most of his coaching staff from Michigan to the Chargers.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you. Like I said, like I understand what you're, but a run first offense doesn't work in today's NFL.
True.
Exactly.
Run first
Gotta
and
mix it up.
being a running team and a defensive team doesn't work. Because let's be honest, did the Chiefs make it off their running game and defense?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But this year's team was the defense. Yes, this year's team.
Did the Ravens make
No.
it to the AFC champion off their defense and running game?
Yes. But did they get to the Super Bowl?
Nope.
There you go.
I would say maybe the team that did that the best was the 49ers.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
No, they didn't win the Super Bowl.
And
twice.
In that game, they went away from Christian McCaffrey and tried to make Brock Purdy the man, and that backfired.
And they left the defense wide open for the Chiefs to score.
Exactly.
Instead of staying in one position, they flipped at the last second.
You're right.
Do you think Herbert's going to get pissed off and ask this guy, like during the middle of the season, he's going to get? Do you think Herbert has that personality where he's going to go to, if this guy Roman is not working? Do you think he has
he's going to be angry. Yeah, he's going to go at Greg Roman. Yes, you'll see down the sideline.
Oh, no. Do you think he's going to go to Harbaugh and say, can you fire this guy? He's not working.
Of course he is.
And Harbaugh knows how to cater to a superstar quarterback.
He better.
Sometimes, not always, Manzano.
All right, the Florida Marlins announced this morning that they are going with a 5-year outfield plan.
Meaning what? Meaning what? Same old BS like always? Not so
Marlins
damn team.
Making a smart move, pursuing J.D. Martinez to be their new DH to replace Solar. They do that, and they're back in business.
The Goodwill
And we're getting Tim Anderson, too. Probably.
Yeah.
Goodwill Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Goodwill Marlins.
What do you mean? JD's a good DH.
Manzano, the contract's not impressive. They should have paid him, not disrespect him.
JD Martinez is
pay the man.
DH.
Look at his stats. Pay him. Stop capping, Marlins. Damn.
What Keynes is saying is that instead of Tim Anderson getting a 1-year deal, he should have got a 3-year deal for $30 million. That's what he said.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
he's
Sorry
frustrated.
for yelling at
It's okay, Keynes. You show your frustration. I like that because it's real.
Yeah, I think it, like, I don't know what it is. When the Marlins are always up for sale, we always get a cheap owner. Like, no, do you think no actual guy wants to buy the team? Uncle? No one wants to buy this team because
you know what the problem is, Tony?
Huh?
You know what the problem is, Tony?
What?
They have too many demons in their past with owners.
Got that right.
We have Huizinga.
There's no trust there, Tony. That's the problem. I'll give you a perfect example of this. Back in 2009, when Fred Wilpon, when it was found out here that Fred Wilpon was best friends with Bernie Madoff, the Mets just opened a brand new stadium, Citi Field, but you could walk around that place and the place was a morgue
Oh, okay.
because they lost trust in their owner. They didn't like him anyway, but when you associated with
A scam
the
artist.
Ponzi scam, yeah, well, you stole billions of dollars from their own people. You could take a guess what their people are. And a lot of them were senior citizens, took their life savings. And Bernie Madoff didn't give a damn.
That's some
He didn't
bull.
care. But Fred Wilpon did. It broke his heart and he never recovered. And for a while, the Mets went into the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm making is when you have a fan base and a community, don't mess with their money and their hearts.
Yeah, and I've said this multiple times, Uncle. Like, I've been a Marlins fan my whole life, and
Yeah.
what pisses me off is they're right next to the DR, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and South America, and they refuse to build up their international scouting department. They would be a successful team, like the Astros and the Yankees, if they would do that, because it's only a 2-hour flight to the DR, a 3-hour flight to like Venezuela, Argentina, and stuff like that.
They probably
And
don't
what
care.
you're saying is, and what you're saying is, the Marlins should be down there enjoying it, getting everybody to Miami because they
Hell
know
yeah,
the
they
Latin
should. I agree
America
with
of
that.
Miami.
Yeah, we have a huge Latin community down here. That could actually help the fan base if you have more Latin players on this team. That's
True.
how, for me, I think that's how the the I think that's how the Astros became so successful. They were catering to the Latino community there.
Yep. That's true.
Well, the Marlins, and I said this to you guys the other day, they're gonna put their, I believe their AAA down there, so fans like you guys get to check out who they really have in their farm system.
And I ain't going to that BS. I'm good.
No, honestly, I like that idea because you actually like you can get attached, but getting attached to these
Exactly,
minor league
Tony. You
prospects
said it.
because you can't really get attached to these guys because they end up getting traded at some point for an established player. That's the issue.
I'll watch on TV. Thank you.
I watch TV. Damn kids.
Yeah, and what cursed us too is the death of Jose Fernandez. Since
Yep.
his death, I think it jinxed us. Uncle, do you agree?
I agree with that. Did you hear what Derek Jeter did?
What? Oh,
What?
tore down the statue.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. I didn't know Jeter was that cold blooded.
Derek
David
Jeter's
Stern,
like no, you know
David
what it
Stern,
is because
yeah,
of
go ahead.
I think Jeter did that because he's a what's it called? He's a straight edge guy. I guess when he found out that there was possible drug connections to that accident with what's it called with
The
Jose.
capsized. The boat capsized. That means it went upside down.
Yeah, so I can understand why he did it, but let, let let's be honest. That was the media trying to when you saw that the media was accusing this kid of doing drugs. What did you think, Uncle?
I was listening to Miami radio every day when that tragedy happened. Oh,
No, this was the national media accusing him, sports media.
oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but Tony, they did find cocaine in the system.
Not enough to where it like they were making. I understand they found cocaine in the system, but was it enough? Like to calling him a drug addict though. That's what they were calling him.
I don't know, but I know one thing: the New York Yankees and the New York media was very cold about it.
Was that how? Like, is that what happened with Doc? I mean, Strawberry and Gooden for the Mets. Like,
Yeah,
is that why
but the Mets,
they weren't a success? They didn't have a long running career in baseball.
what happened was they both went to the Yankees and got 4 rings.
Both Doc and Daryl.
Strawberry, yeah,
How about Doc Gooden?
he pitched a no hitter for the in '98 Yankees.
I wish the Marlins had the Yankees' success.
No. And me and Mace talked about this. Canes, that the Marlins have more World Series than most older teams.
I'm talking about the Yankees, not most older teams, man. I wish we had their success and their wealth.
Yeah,
But we
no, I
don't.
understand what you're saying, but comparing a team that's only been around for 30 years to a team that's been around 100 years is kind of unfair.
You
Like,
gotta understand, Tony. Canes is rings culture.
It's not that I'm ring culture. It's just I see all these teams having success, and meanwhile, this team is still with the same old BS year after year after
No, I
year.
understand how you feel, man. I understand. And my team's going through the same shit.
Yeah, man.
You ladies going out?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring the baby in so she can see the kids?
yeah, I think both Artie Moreno and Bruce Sherman are cut from the same cloth.
What about Arnie Moreno? What's up, Moss?
No, what I was saying is Artie Moreno and Bruce Sherman are cut from the same cloth. They're cheap as hell. Or when they spend money, they spend
It
it on the wrong.
backfires on them.
Huh?
Exactly, Tony. You're right. Every time they spend money, it backfires on them.
You didn't win anything with. You spent money on Albert Pujols, but he was already slowing down.
Yep.
I like Albert, but he was already slowing down by the time he got to the Angels. Am I correct?
Yeah. They
Who?
always do that. And yet, the player that they could have built with for the next 10 years is playing cross town with the Dodgers.
Otani.
Yeah. Hey, Moss, I sent you the thumbnail for tomorrow night, man. It's in WhatsApp. So check your WhatsApp. The thumbnail is there.
How you and Moss doing your collaboration? Does he come up or what? What the? How do you guys do that, Uncle?
Now we got the system where he could do it from his channel and I could do it from mine. He hooked it up, so we're good.
Oh, you're simulcasting the games?
Yeah, it's
Are the
cool,
Panthers playing
bro.
tomorrow?
Who?
Are the Panthers playing tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know who they're playing in a second. Good morning to Moss, my boy. What a night we have Wednesday night, Manzano. You missed that game, man. 6-5. Boston in overtime.
Wait, it's
Awesome
good.
game.
And this is an honest question: is it during the playoffs or during regular season where it's continuous overtime for?
The playoffs.
Do you like that, Uncle?
Love it. Love it. It's part of my lifetime. Again, I'm going to thank everybody on X who gave me a lot of viewers for that game Wednesday night. I appreciate you so much. And we're going to have it tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern pregame. And I'm glad, me and Moss are glad this game's at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Moss time. Bruins and the Canucks. I'll let you know who Florida's playing right now.
Is it a bit? I think we're playing Detroit because Detroit has a back-to-back.
You guys always playing Detroit. That game's always on the ABC affiliate too. You guys always playing the damn Red Wings, man.
It's either the Red Wings or I think we have a Canadian road trip coming up where we're going to Toronto, Edmonton, Vancouver, Montreal, and Winnipeg.
Wild and the Oilers tonight. Well, I'll be doing the NBA tonight. The Capitals. They're playing the Capitals tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, because I think is it a home or are we going to the Capitals?
Miami. Sunrise.
Okay. No, because I think we start our road trip next week, and I think we're going
I'll let
to
you know when.
Canada. Huh?
I'll let you know where you're going.
Yeah, because I think it's
Oh,
either a West Coast road trip or the Canadian road trip, where we're facing all the Canadian teams.
you're home for the Sabres on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday's Blues Oilers. Damn, that's an 8:30 game. Wow, Blues Oilers, 8:30 Eastern time. Then you got the Canadians at home. You're on a big homestand, man.
Oh, did you see? I think Batman recently did a interview, Uncle, where he said he might keep, he might actually just bring back the Nordiques without having to move a team.
They already announced it. Oh, that's baseball that's going to Salt Lake City. Baseball already announced their two cities for expansion: Nashville and Salt Lake City.
Does that mean they're realigning the like? Do you think they have to
Yeah, that's
realign
what they're
the?
gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna make it power divisions. One of these days, me and you're gonna do it. It's gonna be power divisions.
Nashville's got a good baseball pool up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not gonna
no,
lie
Next
about
Saturday on ABC, 3 o'clock is Panthers at Red Wings. So that game is next week, Tony.
yeah, no. But I think, to be honest, if they
Hmm.
realign the divisions, what's going to happen? I think they move the Mets and the Phillies. They move. They put all the teams up north. They're
Together,
gonna.
it'll be the Red Sox. It'll be the Yankees, Red Sox, Mets, Phillies,
Baltimore,
Baltimore, Washington.
Toronto.
No, they'll put Toronto with Detroit. Who else would they put? Uh, got put two more teams in there.
Since
That's six.
the Ohio teams.
No, that's Midwest. That division's the easiest. You have St. Louis, Kansas City, Minnesota, the two Chicago teams, Detroit, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. Yeah, they'll put Detroit with the. I mean, they'll put Toronto with the Yankees in that division.
Yeah, and
Florida would
then
be with Tampa then, right, Miss?
Say again, okay?
I said Florida would be with Tampa then.
and the Texas teams.
Yeah. Florida will be with
Nashville,
yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah,
Tampa.
Ooh, yeah, Tampa,
yeah,
Atlanta, Nashville, Houston,
yeah.
and the
Texas.
Rangers.
Houston's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough fucking squad. play. Excuse my language, but that's
It's
gonna be
okay.
tough.
Good to see Moss. I'll see him tomorrow night for the Canucks and the Bruins.
That would be, then then what happens with Seattle? Does Seattle go in the same division with the all the
Oh,
California
Seattle is
teams and
easy. They go
Arizona
with the California teams. Yeah, they're all aligned. Yeah.
and
It
Arizona
will
too?
be, yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
So, but how does it work? Would they put the Southern Division with all the Texas teams, Miami, Atlanta, and Nashville,
Yeah, exactly, Tony. Yep.
in the American League or the National League?
It will be no more American and national.
Oh, so it would just be divisions
Yep. It'll be the East, South, the North. It'll be the
and the
East,
West.
South, Midwest, and West. Yes.
I'm surprised that when they announced the teams, I thought they would announce the team in Mexico City.
Rob loves Salt Lake City.
I don't. That's a weird obsession. I don't understand what the obsession with these sports leagues putting a team in Salt Lake City.
I'm not going there.
You want to say it, but you don't want to say
I
it.
think it
Exactly.
will make a bigger fan base overall.
That's a big part of it. They'll have
But
a good
realistically, there's
rivalry.
nothing to do in Salt Lake City.
They'll have
Like
a great rivalry with the A's, the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies.
that would be the four corner.
Yeah, that'll be a good rivalry there. Nice travel. You got Vegas. They're all right next to each other. Vegas. Uh,
That would be another question. Do you think they would add another Texas team to have it in, in that like on the side of Texas where it's close to the West Coast, like near like El Paso and stuff like that?
yeah,
And that could
I
be
think baseball. How can I say this? Baseball is not the NBA.
Definitely not.
They
the
are
NBA.
not the NBA. But
Baseball, honestly, I think baseball is more like like I don't know how
they're
to
like
say it.
the they're like the
The GM
NFL.
the commissioners for baseball want to expand to other fan bases. They don't want to be stuck in certain areas and stuff like that.
Exactly.
That's what
Exactly.
hurts the NBA
Yeah.
and
NBA
hockey.
is stupid.
And hockey, sort of hockey. It hurts hockey like that. They're getting better, but I think
It's
that's
something
the
that
next. I think that's the next place that they go to. I think they put a team in Salt Lake City in the NHL.
they announced their two next cities. Or was it? No, they didn't announce it yet. But one of the cities they're looking at, I know Manzano's about to roll his eyes.
Atlanta,
Um, no, they're looking at Kansas City.
really?
Yeah, they got the beautiful Sprint Center. The only time it's used all year is college basketball. That's it. Other than that, nobody uses that beautiful $800 million arena that's in downtown Kansas City.
And that
Nobody
could be a crosstown right. That would be an in-state rival for St.
with the
Louis.
Blues, Blackhawks, the Wild,
The
Dallas
Detroit.
Stars, Detroit. Yeah, it's easy travel for those teams. Columbus, Blue Jackets.
They said Oklahoma City was one of the rumors.
That's another team. Yeah, that's another city they're interested in. Those are the two cities.
That's what I want to know. Like if they bring in those teams, do they have to realign the divisions again?
Yeah, but they don't care because it's something me and Moss and
It's a
and and, and,
regional sport.
and Keynes was on the panel Wednesday night for a little bit. We was talking about this. Hockey is the only sport, and you could say you guys in the Premier League and Championship League, they are the only fans on earth that they don't want casual fans in their sport.
Baseball's like that too.
True.
They either you're in with it. This is why me and Moss click so well. I know my hockey. He respects my knowledge. I know what I'm talking about. I know he knows what he's talking about. That's why we clicked the other night. Either you're in the NHL or you're not. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It felt good doing a great, not a good hockey game, Tony. Edmonton then was down 4-1 the third, and they tied it. And it's funny, me and Moss was talking about this. This Edmonton run has nothing to do with Connor McDavid or Draisaitl. Those two guys are having off years.
Yeah, it's the younger guys that are stepping up.
Yeah, it's all the supporting cast.
Oh, I can't remember. Is the guy who you used to play for the Islanders on that team?
Nah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Kane's having a big year. That guy, what's number 18 name again? Damn, his name slips my mind. Highland, he's having a big year. Yeah, the guys on the Oilers is all the supporting cast.
It's just like me, and Moss have been talking about. Their weakness is their defensive core and
Go,
goalie.
yeah, yeah. Now I look at the. Remember I told you about Lom Prost
Oh
and
yeah.
that was Moss the other night when they lost to last night when they lost to Calgary in overtime. Moss was like, at least the Panthers lost.
Oh Jesus.
They're going to. By the way, they're going to see Arsenal in 2 weeks. Bruins are in Sunrise in 2 weeks. In 12 days, they're in Sunrise. Play the Panthers.
See. Oh, what I
That
was
is
going to
going to be a
ask
good
you.
one.
What I was going to ask you, Uncle, actually is with them introducing these two teams or the rumored teams in Oklahoma City. What happens with these divisions? Do they actually cut them down to just? Are they going to keep these divisions how they are now, where it's like 12 teams,
It's
12 teams in
it's
each
eight and
division,
eight.
or they get cut it down to five teams in each division?
They can do that. They can
But
do that.
the issue is the Florida teams and Carolina doesn't have. Uh, they would have to move. Would they have to put Dallas in the division with them?
Probably.
Which makes sense for travel because Dallas is right next to Tampa, Miami.
The only thing I don't like about your division as it is right now, why the hell is Montreal and Toronto in that division?
Yeah, no. That I think eventually what's going to happen. I think there's going to be, and they were actually thinking of. I can't remember. I was watching a video and they were before Bettman announced the teams where he's thinking of putting them. I think it's a better. Do you think it? Do you think they wouldn't like? They would. Do you think they would never put another team in Atlanta after the last two
No,
times failed?
no. I think the NHL is healthy because the one thing Gary Bettman got lucky about since his tenure, all the big market teams have won championships.
Tampa is really not considered a big market though.
No, but Tampa makes them look like geniuses is because of their success. What, three championships in 17 years? They're the best. They're the biggest team in Tampa. They're the number one team in Tampa.
Do you think that they'll want to try to have both to make themselves look smart? They want to try to have the Panthers win one in the 2020s.
It would be nice.
I heard that Kachuk got injured. Is it a bad injury? Did they say anything about how if it's
Let
a?
me find out right now. Yeah, he didn't play. He got hurt in the first quarter. He didn't first period. He didn't play after that. Find out for you right now. Panthers.
So, Uncle, I always wondered why hockey does that. Why do they do two intermissions instead of one intermission after the one long intermission after the second period? So it's kind of like how you see with what is it called? Like you see with basketball and and football, where is it because they only have three periods and it doesn't make sense to have one long intermission, or
Yeah,
it's
you
always
just
been a
answered it.
tradition?
It's always been a tradition. Tradition. Phil
But can you
Kessel
explain?
looking
But can you explain what was the why they did that instead of having
like why they have it the way they do.
yeah, besides the tradition thing, what was the point of having two intermissions instead of having one long halftime thing after the second period?
I guess that's just the way they like doing things. NHL likes to stay in their lane.
Are you
You
gonna
know,
watch that? They're doing a thing. I can't remember what they're bringing back that huge rivalry with that huge cup thing that Russia and Canada do every year.
you mean what they haven't done in 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. It was Rendezvous. Me and Moss was talking about that Wednesday night. We both agreed that was the best hockey tournament ever back in '87.
What was your favorite Olympic tournament that you've seen for hockey?
2002, when Canada finally won the Olympics again.
Hey, Mason,
Jerome McGinley,
can
Jerome
I ask you a
McGinley won it
question?
for Canada, and then 2010.
Oh yeah, Canes wants to ask you a question. Us
Yeah,
a
when you're
question.
done.
We're done.
Yeah, go ahead, Kane.
Is it me or the reason why the Panthers are good is because the majority of their players are from Canada?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, it seems to me that's the reason.
No, not every player on our team is. It's Europe. Like when
The
you look at
majority, I'm saying, not all of them, the majority.
The majority
there,
are Canadian.
Yeah.
To answer your question, me and Tony can answer at the same time.
All right.
The reason why the Panthers have been good for about a decade because
Yeah.
they got new ownership. Once they got Matty Tkachuk, changed your whole
thing changed.
He's a top 10 hockey player in the world.
That's true too. Yep.
And I said
Before
that when
his injuries, they said the same thing about Eichel. If the Panthers got Eichel, it would have had the same effect.
no, because Eichel is more of a. I hate to say this about Jack. Jack is a me guy.
Matty's a team player like his father was.
Yes, exactly.
He cares more about the results of his team instead of his stats.
Exactly.
So would you say like the personality and stuff like that? Would you say Eichel's kind of like Madonna? Was Madonna a Mimi guy or was he a team guy?
No. Eichel's. How can I say this about Jack Eichel? I'll say it. Jack Eichel's a dick. That's what he is.
Not the first time I heard something like that said about that guy.
Jack Eichel is the type of guy that he blames everybody but himself.
Oh my God! Who was the guy that we talked about all the time? It was an old player that every player hated. Like because the guy's personality was like very abrasive. He played in the early 2000s, like the late 90s, early 2000s. Uncle, uh, we always he played. I think it was the Blackhawks or the Red Wings.
No, Red Wings didn't have guys like that when they won. Oh wow.
Was it the Kings? Maybe
I gotta think of players was like that. That
was
you
a young
weren't really
Joe
getting.
where Corey Perry. Corey Perry's a perfect example of that too. Perry was apparently Perry was a dick.
Yeah, that's what they said about him. But it wasn't him. He wasn't in the league yet. I gotta think of what type of player was like that.
Shane
Was
Doan.
Nah, Shane Doan, good people.
How about his teammate in Arizona?
Dion Phaneuf was like that.
Dion was arrogant as hell.
Yep, he was like that. Didn't really care about winning.
The guy who got injured was Sundin like that.
Nah, Sundin was a pretty boy.
So he was Madonna, basically.
Yeah,
Was he chasing women like Madonna was?
in Canada he was. Yeah, he was with the Maple Leafs.
Wait, was it Madonna or Fedorov that was chasing that tennis player around the world?
Fedorov changed his whole career, unfortunately. He was
Yeah,
chasing.
Eichel. I like Eichel, but I agree with you. I think his personality can wear thin on people.
Yeah, and the reason why the Golden Knights checked him because they knew what they were getting in him. And it's mighty funny how a player who is in the caliber of Jack Eichel is just another guy in Vegas.
Can you imagine him and Vinny working together?
Vinny,
Tortorella?
that will never work.
Would they kill each other?
Oh yeah, it'll be must see TV. Yeah. See, Eichel now in Vegas, he has to watch himself because they won a championship. He can't say shit no more.
Imagine if Eichel went to LA.
He still wouldn't be happy.
In a big city?
Yeah, you know what Jack Eichel is? You want to know what he really is? He's your typical Bostonian.
He wouldn't. He only would be happy if he played for his home team in Boston.
Yeah, because he's one of them. If you get my drift.
Racist.
That, and, he hangs out with... Have you seen that Dunkin' Donut commercial with Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
All those guys in that commercial are all Boston guys. Dunkin' Donuts headquarters is in Boston. That's why Ben Affleck made that commercial. All those Boston guys. All those Boston guys are like that. Don't let them fool you.
So Uncle, since you're a sports fan, actually, I've been wanting to, a sports fan in general. Are the rumors about Chick Hearn being a racist true, or is that just an exaggeration?
I never heard about that. I
Chick
never
Hearn,
heard that.
the old Lakers guy.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Didn't he get into hot water during his career for saying?
No, he's always been a good dude.
Chick?
Laker fans will come after you right now. You heard you say that.
No, I'm not asking. I'm asking. I've heard rumors that he can be very. He was very there was that he made like inappropriate comments during his career that got him in hot water and stuff like that.
I don't know. I never heard a bad thing about Chick Hearn. Never. Never heard a bad thing about him.
The guy I couldn't stand, I forgot his name. He was the announcer for the Knicks in the 90s.
Ooh,
The booth announcer, the play-by-play guy for the Knicks in the 90s. I forgot his name now. He got
in the
very
90s?
annoying, and I think a Knicks player jumped over and got in a fight with him one year.
No, it never happened with the Knicks, man. That never happened with the Knicks.
Am I
Dolan
thinking of
fired
Detroit?
everybody once he bought the team.
Huh?
Once Jimmy Dolan bought the team, he fired Marv Albert and everybody.
Was does Marv have those? Would you say Marv is like one of these conceited guys like you see with?
Of that situation, the scenario you let me know
No.
about. Hope everything is well. How's your mom and her husband?
No.
Marv is not like a Howard Cosell where they were very arrogant.
No, Marv was cool.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Marv?
No.
Was there
I
any
wish I did
basketball
that.
announcers you actually met in person?
Let me see. My life.
When he was coaching your Running Rebels, did you ever get to meet Coach Jerry?
No, I wish I did.
He's a character.
It sure was.
I'm still trying to figure out how he got away. Got away with coaching the San Diego State and still doing a show in Vegas.
Oh, you mean Fresno State? When he went there and had his Vegas show?
Yeah, I'm like, how the hell did he get away with that?
Because he's Jerry Tarkanian.
Was he?
Jerry
Would you say
was
Jerry?
Vegas.
Would you say Jerry? His personality outshined his actual coaching ability, Uncle?
Yes.
Was there a guy in the NBA that was like that too?
I should know this.
In baseball, we already know who it is. Mr. I invented baseball.
Well, Bobby V.
Yeah.
You know
I
who
like-
was
Was Tommy Lasorda as good of a manager as people made him out to be?
no. No.
It was just his personality.
I heard he was a real bastard too.
The
One of
guy
most
I would want to.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you about Pete Rose. Go ahead.
Yeah, the manager I would like to have a sit down conversation with would be Bobby Cox.
Good luck with that, bro.
Why do you say that?
Bobby's not easy to deal with, bro.
Or maybe Terry Francona.
That would be a fascinating. I would like the same thing to pick his brain. Yes,
Why do you say Bobby Cox would be hard to deal with?
because Bobby's a good old boy.
The same thing with Bruce Bochy.
No, Bruce is a little different. Bruce is a cool dude, man. You just have to go out there and play the game.
I would like to speak to Freddie Alou, actually.
Oh, Felipe Alou. I don't know if he's still with us. I don't know if he's still with. I hope he is. But yeah, Francona would be fascinating.
How about Joe Torre?
Nah. Joe's a little bit more mafioso, man. I'll leave that man alone.
Another fascinating one would be LaRussa.
No, you don't want to talk with him.
And why is
Tony
that?
Tony was good with me, but Tony's another one like Bobby V that he invented the game.
Oh, wait, Tony has that ego type of ego?
Without a doubt.
I thought he was a nice guy.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Jesus.
Tony's not a good guy.
How about Lou Piniella?
Now that's one of my favorite all-time players because he always treated me good as a kid. Yep, he was always good. He was always good to me, man. I love Lou.
To hear, honestly, I understand they weren't as great as managers as people made them out to be. How about hearing stories from McKeon or Trader Joe? McKeon, Jack McKeon or Leland.
Oh, you hear stories from Leland McKeon. I think a lot of people think he's phony.
They
Plus,
felt
he
he got
know,
lucky with the Marlins.
no, they just look at him like like did you have to win in Miami? Remember, baseball does not like Miami, by the way.
Wow.
They don't because Miami's made a lot of mistakes, just like the football team made a lot of mistakes. Just happens that way.
Yeah, no. And I don't think they really like Tampa either.
No, and you know what's scary? A lot of these teams now they want to follow the Tampa Bay model of how they run business.
Which is the oddest thing. They hate Tampa, but they want to follow that that
Model.
cybermetrics thing.
Yeah, which is you develop great pitchers, you keep them, and when their contract is up, you trade the pitcher for something.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think that's what the Marlins are going to do with Lazardo or Cabrera.
They're trying to get rid of him, bro.
No, they're trying to get rid of they want to keep Lazardo. They don't want to keep Cabrera because they're actually hearing good things about the two kids that they drafted. Uh Noble Meyer and Thomas White.
Yeah. Tell you right now, if you get a JD Martinez, you guys will be back in business.
I think JD makes our lineup deeper.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Imagine him with between Jake Berger and Josh Bell.
That will be. I will give you the last wild card spot again. They can
Because
land
people
JD Martinez. I'll
I don't
put
get
them.
what is it? Why do they underestimate Berger a lot? Is it because he's coming from the White Sox or something?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you can answer this or if I'm gonna have to ask Abdul about this. Which of those ballparks would you say is more pitcher friendly, Wrigley Field or U.S. Cellular?
Neither one.
Oh, they're hitter friendly parks.
Yes.
But
I
but
can tell you
but
the pitcher friendly parks right now. Miami,
Tampa,
uh, Atlanta. I'm
Chavez
doing
Ravine,
I'm doing National League first. Milwaukee's not. St. Louis, another one. That's three.
Chavez
Uh,
Ravine,
yeah, that's four. I'm trying to look at the Central.
Arizona,
Yes, that's five. Yeah, San Francisco
Mets.
six. No, they moved in the fences at City Field. Yeah, there's only six in the National League. In the American League,
Another piece of police said that guy wasn't shot on the subway. He was stabbed.
Cleveland.
So you should see the long knives they had in Central 47th
Wait,
Street.
would you say Atlanta's a pitcher friendly ballpark or would they be hitter?
Atlanta is pitcher friendly. In the American League, Tampa, uh,
Detroit.
Yes. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
Indians,
Detroit, that's 2.
Progressive.
Yeah, that's 3.
Seattle.
Kansas City's 4. Seattle's 5. Angels is 6, especially if it's a night game. It's easy to pitch there. And Oakland's a pitcher's park.
Do you think they're going to build a pitcher-friendly ballpark for Oakland and Vegas, or do you think they're going to, because of the altitude, it's going to be a hitter-friendly ballpark like you see with Colorado?
I think they're going to make a pitcher's friendly ballpark.
Which is hard to do in the altitude, though. That's the issue. How do you build a pitcher-friendly ballpark in the altitude like that?
438 feet deep center field.
Do you think
360
that's
left.
what hurt
360 right.
Colorado? They built their stadium wrong?
Yes. When teams build their new stadiums, a hitters friendly stadium, that's to bring people into the game, to the ballpark.
They're saying Griffin Conine might start at first base in the outfield for the Marlins.
Is that Jeff Conine's son?
Yep.
Interesting. I wish Canes was up here because yeah, but Canes is on mute.
No, they're saying he's a carbon copy of his father with a lot more power. Griffin.
Okay.
Would you say Jeff was a power hitter or more of a slap hitter?
I think he was in the middle.
He was neither here nor there when it came to.
Yeah.
Do you think, as an old school baseball fan, Uncle, do you think cybermetrics is ruining?
Of course. Of course. That's why I'm not a Houston Astro fan.
Cybermetrics should be a tool when you're scouting, but not one of the main reasons you draft a player.
You know why cybermetrics is big? So it'll cost. It cuts down the cost of hiring more baseball people into your organization.
Yeah, you don't have to constantly be paying scouts and stuff like that.
Yes.
But for me, I wish they would mix the old school way, like you like it, like the scouting, watching the players with your eyes, and cybermetrics, because mixing that way could actually scout players a lot better. Like, cybermetrics is a good tool because the eye test doesn't always work out. Neither the cybermetrics. I'm not defending cybermetrics, but it's 50-50 shot in either way. Do you agree?
Yes.
Because you're scouting high school kids.
Yeah.
And you really don't know how it's gonna pan out with these kids, how they're gonna handle the developmental system that they're gonna be in and stuff like that. It's not like baseball. I think baseball and hockey are the hardest sports to determine on how these kids are gonna pan out, because you're basically scouting them from a young age, and you're drafting them as a teenager instead of drafting them like you're doing in football.
Yeah, because football coming so many colleges, and you watch them every week.
Yeah, no, yeah, like I think football it's probably one of the more easier sports to scout because you're actually scouting adults rather like not a like kids in their 20s, people in their 20s, early 20s.
Yeah, because they
Basketball,
mature.
basketball is in the middle. Would you say basketball is in the middle?
Yeah, basketball is the one sport.
That does both.
Yeah, but basketball is dying a slow death because now all the good players who are going to be the top of the draft now are all in the G League. They're not even bringing in the best European players to play in the G League.
I think there's only certain teams that are going to be like. I was watching a video on Jaime Jaquez, the player that the Heat drafted,
Yeah.
and they're saying a lot of teams are starting to change their tune on drafting 3 or 4 year college players
They're gonna
now.
have Tony. They're gonna have no other choice because what you're seeing happening now is that the NBA is not interested in the one and done anymore.
It's high school in Europe.
No, I'm in high school. Is if you want to be taught well, you go to the G League for 2 or 3 years and get taught the right way to play. A lot of these kids don't want to do that.
They
It's
want
gonna
to.
kill college basketball.
So the G League is basically screwing up the sport.
Exactly. It's killing college basketball because no one sees who these kids really are.
No, I think one and done killed the sport of basketball
No,
because if you
that
didn't
too.
have the
Yeah,
one
the
and
AAU, the AAU.
yeah AAU and the one and done killed basketball because
I agree.
of because the one and done rule for I think Grant Hill and Kenyon Martin were the last 4 year players to be drafted in the top of the draft, the top 20 of the draft until Jaime Jaquez.
If that's the case, that would be Dame Lillard then.
Wait, Dame was a 4 year college player.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a one and done.
No, Dame Lillard was 4 years at Weber State.
Was Carmelo one and done, or was he 4 year?
He was one and done. He was one and done.
Yeah, I think, and I agree with you. I think the NBA is going to be forced to draft these developed 4 year players in college now.
They're going to be specialists, Tony. Like, let's say you only want a 3-point shooter, you're going to get him in college. If you want
A
a guy,
rebounder.
you're going to get him in college. If a guy is a 3D defender but can't shoot, but he can defend and rebound, you're going to get him in college.
You're not going to get the. You're not going to get the people that are good on both sides of the ball. Is what you're saying.
They're all in the G League. No one sees these kids.
I think what the NBA needs to do is start having more G League games on television
They
to
don't want
get
that.
huh?
They don't want that
Why?
because they don't want to get these kids having a big head, thinking they're all that. They're eliminating that as we speak. They're getting rid of the entitlement.
Do you think that's
And
a good thing or a
I
bad thing?
think that's a great thing.
Do you think the entitlement? Do you think that entitlement started with LeBron, the LeBron draft?
Nah, I started with ooh, it started with the Iverson group. Iverson, Kobe,
I thought
Rasheed
Kobe
Wallace,
was a more humble
Barnett.
type of person.
Kobe had lots of entitlement, man. You kidding me?
Oh yeah, because he didn't want to play for Philly, right?
He didn't want to play for Charlotte.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I thought he didn't get drafted by Philly and he forced his way out of Philly or something like that.
He he got drafted by Charlotte.
So you feel? Do you think baseball and hockey are the most humble players
Yeah,
because they have to work for their money instead of being
yep,
handed it right away?
exactly.
That's the issue. I think eventually. I think. Do you think football's learning that now? A little bit too late.
Football, those players are humble because, uh,
They know their careers might not be as long as they think it is.
yes,
Especially the run. I think the running back position is the most humble position because they know that at the max they have 5 years, 5 or 6 year, 5 to 7 years in the league. If I'm being generous,
yeah.
it was because, to be honest, I think guys like Emmett Smith was rare. That he had a 12. When did he retire?
Emmett,
Yeah,
I guess it was 2005.
yeah, no. Emmett and like Damien are and guys like Frank Gore are rare. Where they're the running back position that lasted for like almost 20 years. Maybe Tiki Barber would be in that conversation when it comes to that, the longevity of the running back position.
Tiki didn't last long, man.
Tiki did it? I thought he
He,
lasted for 10 years.
yeah, he did, but he he quit the game, and it's always gonna haunt him. But he quit the game while uh he quit, and after the Giants won to win 2 Super Bowls. The reason why he quit was he didn't think the Giants would ever win with Tom Coughlin.
Okay. Would you say Derrick Henry might be the closest style running back to the Nigerian Nightmare?
I don't know. I look at, yeah, maybe.
You saw the Christian Okoye in his prime. How good of a running back was he, Uncle?
He was damn good, but he wasn't the running back that replaced him.
Oh, Priest Holmes.
He was not Priest Holmes.
Would you did did people underestimate his speed? Because how big he was.
With the Nigerian Nightmare, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what hurt him? What hurts a lot of guys? He never won.
I like Priest too. I think that's what hurt Priest too. They didn't win anything when he was there.
You know, he got hurt. That's what happened to him. He got hurt. That's what ruined his career.
He tore his
Yeah,
ACL, right?
yeah, but back in those days, they didn't have the medicine they have now.
You saw both of them in their primes, Uncle. Who did you feel was a better overall running back, LT or AP?
Tomlinson. I'll take either one, but Tomlinson.
A lot of people say AP. Why is that?
Because he was bigger. And plus, a lot of people,
Didn't really see
they didn't like Tomlinson.
LT's younger years with the Chargers.
No, they just don't like him.
Is there a running back you like that nobody talks about anymore as a kid?
Wow. As a kid,
Or as a youngster? Like not as a kid, but when you were
Tony
when you
Dorsett.
were like a teenager or in your early 20s.
Tony Dorsett.
Why do people not respect Tony enough?
I can't answer that. I'm dead serious. I can't answer that.
When they talk about running backs, they always talk Cowboy running backs. They always talk about Emmett, and there was a guy between him and or there was a good running back between him and Dorsett. I forgot the guy's name.
The Cowboys didn't have a good running back until they got Emmitt Smith again.
In your honest opinion, would you consider Franco a running back or a fullback?
He was the running back because Rocky Bleier was the fullback.
But in today's NFL, would you say he would be a running back or a fullback?
He'll be a running back. He'll be like Derrick Henry, who you just talked about.
Franco? A
Yeah.
lot of people say if he was in today's NFL, his foot speed wouldn't be fast enough to play the running back position. He would be a fullback.
I
Do you
don't
agree
know.
with that, or they underestimate how fast he was?
I think people underestimate how fast he was.
The guy that we would say would be a fullback in this league would be our guy, Zonka.
Yes.
He would be a Kyle Juszczyk type of fullback.
I'm better than that. Man, Larry Zonka making a brand out of himself.
Was there a team like how we say the Atlanta Hawks were the most disappointing team of the 90s? Was it 80s or 90s?
80s.
Was there a team like that in the NFL?
In the 80s?
No, like like in general that had all the talent in the world but couldn't win anything.
The
Like
old
they would
Oilers.
get no, they would get to the promised land but not win it.
The old Oilers.
With Warren Moon,
Them. Who else? There's a
the
couple.
Bengals.
The Bengals got to the Super Bowl.
No,
I'm
that's what I
talking
mean. They
about.
got to the Super Bowl, but they didn't win it.
Oh, that would be the Vikings, the Bengals, the Bills.
There's a team in the 2000s that was like that. My God. Did the Falcons with Vic ever make it to the Super Bowl?
No, they made it before he got there and after he left. Who's like that in the 2000s?
It must have been an AFC team. I can't.
They won finally. If you're talking about AFC, you're probably talking about Jacksonville and Tennessee. They had their chances. They never made it. Tennessee
The
did. They
NFC,
lost at half-yard line.
the Bears maybe in the NFC, or did they win a Super Bowl?
Bears won a Super Bowl in the 80s.
No, I thought they made it to the Super Bowl, but they lost it
They
with
lost to Peyton
Urlacher.
Manning. Yeah. Yeah, they lost to Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and this is what I don't get. Neither him or Zach Thomas won a Super Bowl, yet they give more respect to the Urlacher. Why is that?
He played in Chicago.
That's what. What you just said, one word, Chicago. It's all.
Yeah. Yeah, he played in Chicago. Yep. That's what it was, Tony.
Would a guy like a Prime Urlacher, would he fit in this league in today's NFL, or he's not fast enough to cover receivers or tight ends?
Yeah, he's not fast enough.
Out of the old school, out of the linebackers that we saw in the 2000s, maybe Ray Lewis would be the only guy that would be able to work in this league.
Ray Lewis, Zach Thomas would definitely.
Junior Seau,
Yeah.
Derek Thomas,
Yeah, but he was an outside linebacker.
uh, the guy for the Giants. I forgot his name. Antonio Pierce,
The one who's coaching the Raiders now?
or would you say he's a traditional run stuffing linebacker?
Uh, I don't know if he could play in today's league.
The Packers linebacker, AJ Hawk.
Nah, Clay Matthews, yes.
AJ is what you would consider a traditional old school linebacker. AJ,
Yeah.
was his father like him? Was Senior? Uh, did Senior play the same way as Junior did, or would you say Junior's more athletic?
Junior is a little bit more athletic, but his father was 10 times better than him.
What team did Senior play
Cleveland.
for?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, the Bernie Kosar teams.
Would you say that's another team?
Definitely.
Those Cleveland Browns team with Kosar, that they always would get to the promised land, but they would lose all the time.
Yep. That's a fact. You're right about that one. Those teams were damn good, man.
There was a team like that in baseball that had all the talent in the world, but I can't remember. Oh,
Expos.
the Expos and the teams with Griffey with the Mariners. Did they win a World
Yep.
Series?
Nope. And the Indians.
Yeah, they had a great lineup with Albert, Manny,
Oh,
Vizquel.
man. Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, I can't remember. The reason why I know about the Indians is because of that comedy baseball movie Major League. I can't remember who they based that third baseman off of. It was a player on that team. My God.
It was on the good Indian teams.
It was
Good
probably one
Indian
of the
teams.
bad.
Yeah. Indians became good. That major league crap was over.
For me, the most underrated Indians player, because of the injuries that ruined his career, was Grady
Mhm.
Sizemore.
Yeah, no one never saw what he really could have been.
Did he tear an ACL or something? What happened to him?
His back.
He always had back issues.
Yeah, something like that.
Was he a good? Would you say he was more of a defender or an offensive player?
He was a great. He was a great both ways. He was a tremendous young center fielder.
And a lot of people say the issue, the problem maybe the back issues were caused by the AstroTurf they were playing on in the old Indian Stadium.
Indians never played on turf, Tony.
What teams up there like in the? I thought there was teams in the Midwest that played on AstroTurf.
The Twins and the Royals, but then they went to grass.
Oh, so both Indian stadiums, Progressive Field and the original stadium for the Indians, always was natural grass.
Yep, they sure were.
Are you doing a show later tonight, Uncle?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll see you later tonight.
All right, man. Have a good day. Thanks for pulling up, Tony.
Okay, have a good day.
Yeah, you too, man. Just me and Kane's left. A few minutes I have left. Want to end this day talking about the Miami Dolphins situation, which I get a lot of criticism from Dolphin fanboys, but I told the truth in here, and that is the grand plan for the Dolphins moving forward. They will pay the quarterback to do his job, and Tua is going to do his job. You know, all you Tua haters out there, he's going to do beginning this year what the Dolphins want him to do: entertain the fans. And the Dolphins are smart by going this route moving forward because they can go this route, they'll get away with it without problem. That's the least of their problems. And they'll have a fan base that will be very strong supporting this wave that they're going. And moving forward, Dolphins will be one of these teams, folks, that we must see TV. The question is, can they get to where people want them to get? And that can be a gigantic no. And I just say, with the quarterback, he'll put the numbers up, he'll entertain the crowd, and it shouldn't be a problem. And Dolphins got a lot of work to do with their cap. If I'm a Dolphin fan, I don't worry about who they're going to bring in. I'll be worried about getting that cap space cleared up so they can re-sign two or three of their own players. Most notably, the quarterback. If this is the route you're going to go, and they're all going to go this route, you're going to have to pay the trigger man who's going to entertain the fans. And Tua staying healthy was a huge benefit to him. Me, as a Dolphin fan, I'd rather see the team win Super Bowls again than, be fun, entertaining. That doesn't do it for me as a fan. We'll see the Bucks tomorrow night up here. I'll be up here at 9:15, 9:30 Eastern time. Get that game kick-started, and the next tomorrow night, Vancouver and the Bruins. The Bruins have been must-see television for me, anyway. Last couple of nights. Shannon Sharp going after Giannis because Giannis said he doesn't watch basketball at all. He doesn't care. To him, it's just a job. When you make the money he makes, you can see why it's just a job to him. So, what are you gonna do? See what time is it? I want to thank Canes. Tony Manzano was excellent this morning. Little Rock for pulling up. Akuma for pulling up. Yo, pull up here. Yeah, pull up. Bring Sean up here. Baby bro up here. Talk more Dolphins with him. And Giannis has said some crazy things last week, folks. Giving the team to Damon Lillard, says his team now. I heard him also say what Shannon Sharp is killing him about, that he really doesn't care about basketball. All right, Sean is busy. Love you, boy. See you tonight. I'm doing your game. I'll be doing your game Wednesday night, Sean, the rematch, Sacramento at Denver. When Denver blew a 16-point lead at home, they'll have the rematch. That'll be me and Jim's game next Wednesday night in Denver. The rematch, Kings Nuggets. So, all right, folks. Big money, Sean. I'll text him as soon as I get off the air. Canes pulled up, and of course, yours truly. I will see you 9:30 for the pregame show tonight. The Bucks and the Timberwolves tonight. Mr. Miami popped up for lunchtime. Good to see him. 305. Thank you for pulling up, family. Probably driving over to Publix, get him a 20-piece chicken wings for lunch. The rest of you, I'll see you tonight. 305, I'll see him tonight after SmackDown. He'll be coming up just in time for the game tonight. Tomorrow night, 6:30. Canucks and the Bruins. After that, I'll chill with you guys to the wee hours in the morning, just talk shit. So I'll see you guys late tonight, folks, 9:30 Eastern for the pregame show. Enjoy your lunch in the East Coast. Good morning to everybody in the Pacific Northwest and the Rocky Mountains. We'll see you tonight, folks, 9:30 Eastern. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for pulling up. And the people in the clouds, people on Facebook. X, you were great the other night with the hockey. Love you for that. And Twitch. We'll see you later on tonight, everybody. Thank you for being here. Have a great